Hello everybody, welcome back to Torment, Tides of Numenera.
Let's go talk to this meat guy. Meat guy. You got some meat for me, meat guy? Meat monger. I couldn't remember the rest of his name, so I had to pretend like I was doing the song on purpose. Meat monger. A short, solid man stands behind a smoking grill, turning pieces of meat with a pair of grimy tongs. Sweat is pouring down his grizzled face, yet he's covered head to toe in grease-spattered clothes. His sleeves are tight at the wrists, and his collar pinches his neck. Nearby are 3 large vats that are filled with living meat, great amorphous masses of it, with appendages growing from them like the limbs of animals drowning in a meat swamp. The first vat is filled with thick, throbbing muscles, red and raw. The second is a flapping monstrosity of leathery wings, and the third sprouts hundreds of lock tails, all wiggling obscenely. I'm not a vegetarian. However, I think in this world I probably would be. I think there's a good chance of that. The cook looks up from his work and gives you a sweaty smile.
Hey ho, I'm Mute the Meatmonger. What'll you have?
Manth Pa said I should pay you a visit.
Good old Manth. He'll get a shin for that next time I see him. Maybe it'll keep him on the straight.
Wasn't expecting such a good-natured meatmonger. Wow. Why are you all bundled up like that? Probably a personal question.
On account of the toes. Nobody wants to see a man with toes growing all over his body, especially if he's cooking their food. Not even people in the underbelly got strong enough stomachs for that.
That's couple things about that. One, shit. That's pretty much the most terrifying thing I've ever heard. B, once again, oversharing in this game is happening a lot. You don't even have to pry. It's just like, hey, why are you covered up?
Got toes everywhere. Buy some meat from me.
Did you say you have toes growing all over your body?
Hey, we all got our problems, and I got it better than most around here. Ain't my fault anyway. Well, I guess it's a little bit my fault.
What kind of meat you got? He laughs and bangs the grill with his tongs, making sizzling grease fly.
3 kinds, friend. Anine, Dribble, and Lock. Right in those vats, actually. Want some?
I've never seen meat grown in a vat before. How does it work?
How? He shrugs. Couldn't tell you. Found a little doodad back when I was a butcher, and I'd fiddle with it all day long. Kinda like I do now with my tongs.
He waves the tongs around to show you what he means.
So one day, I was fiddling with this thing while cutting up a carcass, and it kept growing back as missing parts. Cut the tail off, and there it was again, a moment later. Crazy, right? But it gave me an idea. I could open a little grill with no overhead. And it worked. Been cooking the same 3 hunks of flesh for years now, he beams.
Wow, that's a good way to get rich. Can you use your doodad on yourself? I bet he probably did.
Funny you should ask. Not long after I found it, I cut myself pretty good. Thought I'd try using my doodad to close up the wound. He grimaces. Well, it worked, but then I started growing toes all over my body. Didn't care for that at all, so I never did it again. Still trying to get rid of the toes.
Still worth it. I guess I'll buy some meat. Why not?
Sure, what would you like? Anine shank, dribble wing, locktail?
Give me an anine shank, please. I don't know why I'm buying this, but, maybe it'll come in handy. Mute nods, saunters over to the vat of red throbbing muscles, and carves off a slice. He spears the meat with a sharpened bone skewer and slaps it onto his grill, sprinkling it with a flurry of spices. When the meat is cooked, he hands you the skewer and you take a bite. The meat is gamey and a little tough, but the spices are so intense that you hardly notice. Oh, I thought I would keep it. I didn't realize I'd take a bite of it.
Lots of folk eat that 3 times a day, Mute winks. Wish more of them would give my dribble wings a try, but it's their loss, eh?
Bye? Okay. So, we're meeting a lot of people here, but there hasn't really been anything going on. Maybe it's because I avoided the cult and the whatever the other guys were called, that nothing's really happening. What? Let's see. What? I have a quest book somewhere, don't I? Let's have a look at that. Maybe because I'm kind of itching to actually do something. Fix the clock in Circus Minor. Investigate the figures that are trapped inside. Find a way to repair the resonance chamber. Okay, so that's like a main quest. I didn't realize that. Stop the sorrow. Fix the resonance chamber. Beloved slave. Search for the missing slave girl Rin. Was she in Cliff's Edge or Underbelly? I think she was in Cliff's Edge. Return to Omadon. No, because he stopped looking for her? That's weird. Find the man who stole Master Roneo's airship. Oh yeah, I wanted to do that, but I don't remember where he went. Search for the Sorrow's latest victim at the Dindra O'Hure Chapel. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so I think we should try to do these two maybe. So let's try to find the Dindra O'Hure Chapel. But I think that might be in Cliff's Edge as well, so maybe not. I don't know. What else do we have? Oh yeah, we're gonna go talk to old. Wait, let's see what's over here just real quick. Is there a? Okay, where does this lead? Cliff's Edge. Another way to Cliff's Edge. Let's go check out what's up here. Well, this looks sketchy as shit. To get juvenile stitches. This violet-skinned abyscissant paces back and forth before the cavern's opening. It wears fine clothes that serve to accentuate the tall, thin crest on its head. A symbol has been painted on the crest, mirroring the insignia marked on its chest. Its clothes are finely tailored and well-made. The name of the creature's race crawls to your mind. It's a Vargellan. This one has temporarily chosen to be female. Her bulbous eyes flash quickly around her surroundings before focusing directly on you.
The council didn't send you that much as plain.
Her voice is high and fluting.
You're aware that this cave isn't safe, I hope. What exactly do you want?
This cave isn't safe.
Not unless you trust the discretion of the Stichin, those insectoid monsters that are prowling about. Most people are afraid of them.
Okay, so these are the Stichin, and I remember them talking about Stichin holes earlier, but I did not expect them to be so lumbering and gigantic. Who are you?
An agent and negotiator, dispatched here by the council, but that should be obvious from my clothing and my guards.
What council do you serve? She gives you an incredulous look.
The ruling council of the city, of course. The heads of the slave families. You must be new to Saga's Cliffs. Very new.
What are you doing here then, though, buddy?
I am conducting a diplomatic negotiation on behalf of the city. Unfortunately, I am not dealing with a reasonable species.
Her crest flutters irritably.
I've made no progress at all. Days wasted in this miserable tunnel, and I have nothing to show my superiors.
Maybe I can help you negotiate. She looks you up and down, considering.
Doubtful.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
But you might have other skills I can use. The circumstances call for a new tactic, and these levies cannot do what needs to be done. Nor can I.
The Vargellan nods.
If you truly think you can help, let's put you to the test. It's these damnable Stichin, she says. I speak to them, I offer, cajole, negotiate, and threaten. Yet they persist, and they're digging. And every day another house in the cliffs above slips into the sea.
Oh, that is a big problem.
If the digging does not cease, the city itself may crumble. So here's my request. Find a way into their lair, remove their precious eggs, and return them to me. These hostages shall ensure the future of the city above.
Scan thoughts, and also turn a tidy profit if I could get them all. Bum, bum, bum. She pauses.
If you can negotiate a lasting settlement that does not require such drastic measures, you may also pursue that method. But I have been trying for days with no success.
Alright, we'll try to negotiate, why not? I think I can help you.
Good. We need to stop the Stichin before they bring down the entire substructure of the city.
She pauses and lowers her voice.
If you manage to infiltrate their lair, be sure to acquire all their eggs. I suspect they will have multiple clusters. and we will need them all if we want to negotiate from a position of strength.
Or blackmail them. She hands you a synth ball with a blinking device inside.
Once you're in their lair, activate this. It will show you all the tunnels, the egg clusters, and the Stitcher themselves. Better to know what you face before you charge ahead.
Well, that is pretty useful. Got anything else to tell me? You mentioned the slave families. Who are they? She scoffs and then points to the sigil marked upon her breast.
The slave families are the descendants of those brave souls who rose against the injustice of the previous rulers of Saga Cliffs. Led by Chila the Great, they cast down the tyrants and tore their families asunder. The faithful who stood with Chila saw their service rewarded with stewardship of the city. Their descendants carry on with this grand tradition.
She bows.
They have made me their agent.
Okay, the injustice of the rulers. They cast down the tyrants. Okay, so they're called the slave families because they were formerly slaves and who rose up and overthrew the other guys. Is that what my understanding is? I mean, that's what my understanding is, but it might not be correct. What can you tell me about the Stitcher?
Filthy animals, scuttering insects. Who can say if they're even sentient? First and foremost, they dig, and they care nothing for the homes they destabilize or their lives that are lost when our buildings collapse. They do not speak the truth reliably, so we cannot know if they understand the damage they cause.
She frowns.
Though I suspect they do.
I mean, yeah, you don't... If you're sentient, okay, if you are, which I think we can assume they are, just based off of the fact that we're going to have the option to negotiate with them. If you're sentient and you dig something and it causes the stuff above to collapse, and as such things are destroyed, you probably know it's not the best way to handle things. Like, as humans, you know, we might not necessarily understand what we're destroying, but if we're digging somewhere and something falls down and lots of things, basically, I guess, I feel like, and obviously this is going to be a very different world, but if you're sentient, you understand when you're causing destruction. You just might not care, or it might not seem like very important to you, or something, etc., so forth.
Ask me your questions. Perhaps we shall find a way to deal with these monsters.
I'm not really too keen on going in there later, I'm going to be honest. Where do they come from? How do you communicate with them? Her crest flutters as she hisses in irritation.
I have not the faintest idea. I do not even know if they fully understand the truth. Perhaps the one that points at itself and chitters can help. I call him Chiquette. It can mutter a handful of words and perform some sign language. I have tried to negotiate with it, but I have gotten nowhere.
What are they doing here? They dig. That's what she's telling me. Where did they come from? Her eyes wobble in frustration.
If I knew, I would send them back there in a trice. Some years ago, perhaps decades, they simply appeared here, and they have been causing problems ever since.
Okay, so that's what I was wondering. It seems like this is a new issue, and I was like, well, the city's probably been here forever, and I doubt they just moved in. But yeah, it seems like they appeared here well, she does say perhaps decades, I don't know. In any case, let's try to talk to him, see what happens. Get. This massive creature looms over you. A scent like lightning and an underground cavern washes over you, and it reminds you of nothing so much as curiosity. It chitters and rumbles, waving its large claws through an expressive dance. Something about these smells, sounds, and gestures seem familiar, a niggling itch in the back of your mind. At least you remember the taxonomy now. This is a Stichus, a huge, burrowing insectoid. It exudes a sense of sentience as it watches you, but you sense nothing in its mind, as though it were a common animal. It points to itself and says, "Chickalat!" It follows with another stream of high-pitched noise. You dig under the city, right? Can you take me someplace? That's an interesting question. What do you think of Pillai? Kind of a loser, huh? The Stitches seems discombobulated for a moment. Go! Then it thinks a little more. Then it sprays out a blast of pheromones, and you smell a sharp tang of acid and weakened stone. It smells like distrust. Okay. So they talk by smells, I guess. Can you tell me about the Stitcha? It scrabbles briefly at the wall, and a bit of lightning flares about the crown of antennae on its head. Its shoulders shrug, and you smell dust. What can you tell me about this place? It looks at you intently, and then its spatulate fingers begin a slow and careful dance. The sounds it makes are slow chitters that rise and fall in pitch, accompanied by the smell of ozone.
Good luck. Full of electricity.
You almost have the sense of the language, the structure, the feel, the sound, and the scent. The itch in your mind intensifies. You can feel the memory of the Stitch's language waiting to reveal itself. Try to remember how to speak the Stitch's language. So this anamnesis ability seems really important to this game, like seriously important. And it's kind of weird that, like, if I had not chosen that, none of this would happen. And we really want to get this, so I'm gonna go full balls here. Full ball. We're going full ball, guys. Your mind blurs, a memory racing up from forgotten depths. You see yourself interacting with the Stitches, the two of you patiently exchanging hand signals. A small box between the two of you translating your words and thoughts. Each time it conveys a thought or concept, the device sends a stimulus into the appropriate parts of your brain, and electricity into your limbs, making you a marionette. Your muscles twitch in sympathy with those memories, and you realize that the Stitch's tongue is a jumble of scent, movement, and sounds. With the memory, information pours into your mind, as if a plug has been removed. Then the smell of granite fills your nose. As you return to normal consciousness, Chikat leans forward.
Chikat smells granite. Knowledge!
It rumbles. Its spiracles vent a minuscule trace of gas. The Stitches looks at you, and its body posture and slight movements indicate a question.
Does humans speak Stitches?
Your muscles remember, and you twitch the proper response. Chikat huffs the scent of lightning.
Never speak Chikat to human soul. Hard memory from elder, not believe. Human almost sentient. Imagine. Grub. Think like Stitches.
Okay, so see here, as I was saying earlier, they know when they're causing destruction. They just think, like, it's like us destroying an anthill or something, I guess, is what they're thinking. It clasps its hands together.
Speak smart. Better now.
I've come to ask you to stop digging out of the city. Can we talk about Pillai again?
Fishhead person. Different grub. Shines strangely in Stitch's eyes. Smell bad in mind. Much like other humans.
Its hands tears a chunk from the wall. I don't want to anger them about that. No, not quite. Seems like a bad idea. Tell me about the Stitcha. It considers the question briefly and then emits a puff of pheromones that smells of soft rock crumbling under determined hands. It reminds you of resigned acceptance.
Speak, Chikat will answer.
Why are you digging under populated areas? The Stitcha stares blankly at you, its eyes shimmering. It seems to be trying to put its thoughts into a statement you can understand.
Stitcha must survive. Must live where food is. Yes.
It doesn't wait for an affirmation.
Human watch every step. Avoid stepping on insects. No impact on other life. Sacrifice of others is natural order.
It taps you in the chest.
Smart for human.
It points towards the rest of the underbelly.
Not smart. Why concern? Not.
It gropes for the word.
Not sentient.
You claim that the people in the city aren't sentient. That's not true. The Stitcha shifts its weight back and forth.
Simple humans. Fight, eat, kill. Try still eggs. Not harmony. Sentient.
It trills out a scoff. Okay, so somehow they must have already attempted to steal the eggs once. Seems like they would be more angry about that, but whatever. How did you come to be under Saga's cliffs? It shrugs, its massive exoskeletal plates grinding.
No ancient ever to tell. 4 generations only in caves. We live instinct. Only guess at legacy. Memory stolen.
It growls in frustration. It passed the wall nearby.
Stitches hatch from egg. Yes, yes. Traitors come from evil bloom. Other worlds.
So, I forgot about the bloom. Can we go to the bloom? I think there was a door to go to the bloom. Okay, maybe we'll do that next.
Think humans stole eggs. Humans brought eggs to world. Humans hatch eggs. Larval Stitches. A mystery to buyer. Released here.
Chikat exhales from its spiracles.
Must guess at function, must guess at society, maybe advanced ones, maybe great civilization. Now only dig. Dig for clues.
I mean, he was talking shit about humans, but only digging does not. Yeah, not very impressed, buddy. Why are you digging here?
This arm,
Chiquette raises its great arm.
dig. Draw energy from rock from friction. Eat electric charge. Store electric charge.
It points to the spiky growths on its plating.
Here, rock good, hard, much electric. Best found. Other places, not so good.
It is causing a bit of an issue, though.
Not concerned to Stitcha.
Okay. That seems to be a dead end. Can you take me someplace?
Maybe take.
The Stitches mutters, though its scent indicates reluctance and caution.
Must pay 20 shins.
What do the Stitcha use shins for?
Human sell Numenera. Call self Mikela. Trade shins and other Numenera to Stitcha. Stitcha trade shins for Numenera, good for dig. Melt into walls and tunnels. Make stronger, that's why shins.
Can you take me to the place? No, I'm not gonna go to the. They're not. That's a terrible question to ask them. I've come to ask you to stop digging underneath the city.
Why? Where we go? Good reason to stop.
You can move deeper beneath the city. I can promise a regular tribute. The humans above are suffering. Do you want your people to have a future? Do you want war with the humans above? They will collapse your tunnels. They will destroy you. I don't know about this. You can move. I'll try this. You can move deeper beneath the city.
Have been. Rock not good. Soft. Not efficient. Electric. Not strong. It leans back. What else?
He's not going to go for this, obviously. Tribute of power sources for your people from the city. Let's try the persuasion. And again, this seems pretty important, so I'm just going to go full up on this. Hey, there we go. It considers your words for a time, and the scents that surround it vary from the frightening to the mundane. At last, the smell of synth and strong glass wafted past your nose, and Chiquette says,
Human can give good reason. Yes, Stitcha comply.
It scratches the wall and drums a pattern there.
Stitcha move deeper. Burrow to lesser rock. Starve for human's sake. Not fight with humans is better.
Bye, Stitcha. Bye-bye. Can I level up finally? Good fucking god. Bye. I liked him. Why not? Oops, wrong person. Yo, Palai.
I hope you have news for me.
I have news about the Stitcha.
Good news, I trust?
I've handled the negotiations with the Stitcha. She lifts one foot to begin pacing, to start considering her options, and she stops. She slowly turns towards you, each eye rotating separately. She lowers her foot and turns to face you squarely and bites off each word.
What did you do?
I convinced Chiquette that digging deeper would be a benefit to both the Stitcha and the humans. There's no need to steal the eggs.
You left their eggs with them. How will we enforce their exile without that leverage?
She smooths her crest and blinks her eyes slowly.
Fine. We can work with this for now. We have time to engineer another solution.
Hey, she gave me the option that I could negotiate and she would be cool with that. She stops, a thought striking her.
Did you promise them anything else?
No?
Good. Then our work here is complete, and I can return to Council Tower.
She hands you a pouch.
The city of Saga's Cliffs owes you its gratitude.
Ooh, 300 shins. And ebonize. Okay, let's check our inventory here once we can move. Okay, thank you. There we go. Took a little bit. What do we got here? Antagonist. Capture ball. Reveal the fog of war throughout the scene. Equips to a bonded slot. +1 training level and perception skill. Negative effects. -1 training level and stealth skill. Yeah. Yeah, so that seems kind of important, doesn't it? Yay, look, we leveled up. Let's see what this does. Select one of the following options to spend your experience points. You can select each option once per tier. Ability or skill, extra effort, increase edge. Let's increase edge, that seems pretty important. What's my edge now? I think I have 1 in speed. Should I do another in speed? But nah, intellect seems like it's pretty important. So we'll do 1 edge, 1 intellect, and 1 edge on speed. That seems pretty good. Man, it takes a long time to level up. Let's talk to Chiquette, see what's up. Is there anything else we can... Nope. Okay. But if we have to go someplace under the city, seems like that would be useful. What else do we have here to look at? Oh, there's the Dendro here chapel. And then I also wanted to talk to this person down here. Let's see what else we have to do here. Okay. Cool, so there's some stuff to do down here. We have to go talk to Aladurn as well at some point, but eventually. We don't have to do it right away. Oh yeah, and we have the factory over here, which is the manufactory, which is supposed to be pretty... Shit's going down there, I can tell you right now. Alright, so next time, here's what we're going to do. We will talk to Crooked Queek, because that's an awesome name. We will talk to Varanoth, and then we're going to Dendro here to find whoever that guy was. Thanks everyone for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.